Talking about personal health, it actually is made up of 5 aspects. One is physical, one is emotional, then spiritual, intellectual, and social. So all of this together make a person's health. So when I say this, I also know the truth that we usually look at our physical well-being as the only parameter of our health. And this is indeed a very big mistake, because all of these factors, all these 5 aspects work very, very closely and contribute to our overall well-being. And the biggest victim here is emotional well-being, because people always tend to, I'll talk about myself as well. Till a few years back, I used to ignore the emotional part of it. But that is one of the biggest mistakes we make, because we have many issues like psychosomatic issues, and all these factors interplay with each other. Now, to understand what is emotional well-being, it is actually the quality of emotions and individual experiences. So it's actually the way we feel, think, relate to ourselves, and relate to the world at large. So it is about feeling confident, feeling happy. It's having that strong sense of self-esteem, so that we can positively engage with the world at large. So now the next question is, what is emotional well-being made up of or influenced by? There are many factors like demographic factors, our age, our place we belong to, economic factors, our financials, our earning. And one of the major things that really contribute are the situational factors. Now, situational factors, the kind of situation that we are in, as Ms. Sekya has rightly said, is a very different times we are in. This pandemic time, this lockdown time, people of all ages have said we have never seen it in our life. So these are very different for a 1-year-old kid to an 80-year-old. So all of us are trying to cope up. And it is said that during this pandemic, the emotional well-being has come down more than 60%. So I congratulate Krishna Benser for having brought up this critical topic on board, and getting all of us to discuss about it. Now, talking about, I'll mainly talk about the student fraternity, because being a teacher, I'm seeing students, what kind of stress they're going through. And this is indeed affecting their emotional well-being. My students, the main reason, the stress is, of course, there is no school, colleges. Second is the online classes they're going on. And the third is, though we take schools, colleges as our educational units, they're a great way of socialization as well. So all our students are missing out on that factor. The socialization, the relationship building they have with their teachers and with their peers is completely missing on the online forum. So that is one piece, and it is actually hampering them. And we really need to work as teachers. We need to bring in the emotional part when we are imparting classes. In fact, for my own child, since the classes happen with 40 minutes, 50 minutes thing, we every week or every 15 days, we try to have a mothers group where we bring in the children together and they interact without teachers, without mothers. So they get bonded with each other emotionally. The fun that kids have, that cannot be robbed from them. So being at home and coping up is one thing that, students need to really, really be helped. And as parents, as caretakers, as teachers, we really need to take care of that. And emotional not being well does not happen to just those people who may be clinically depressed. It can happen to anybody. And here I'd like to just take my own example. 1 month ago, I really just cracked up. The stress was working too much for me. And the 4 things that I did was, I accepted that it's okay not to be okay in this different time. Secondly, I selected 4 or 5 friends and relatives, and I talked to them and I said, I'm not feeling well. I need to get out of this space. And they gave me different suggestions. They told me, somebody said, have a chocolate. Somebody said, do yoga. Somebody said, meditation. Somebody said, write something, get into a hobby, get out of this, the sadness. And you know what? I did all of it. And I came up with this 4-step practicing of emotional regulation. And the 4th thing that I actually did was, I accepted it okay not to be okay. At my really, it's okay. We may not be feeling well. And then try it out and speak it out with our close people and confide in them. That I did. Third is I started off something creative. I started off my own YouTube channel, and it was great to look forward to every day, to do something new, learning something new. So I'll really suggest that you do a new hobby or nurture your old hobby and, get yourself intellectually nurtured. And the fourth thing that I actually did was I started wearing my Fitbit again. I started walking. I started managing my physical activities, and it really helped. So these 4 steps I will say that we need to take care, we need to really do, accept it's okay not to be okay, talk to your near and dear ones if you are not feeling well, connect with your inner self, self-meditation, spirituality, yoga, get into creative activities, do something that really excites you, a hobby, and third is get into your physical self. And that would be my limited point. It's wonderful, and wishing a very best to Kisma, and looking forward to my co-panelist for a lovely evening. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hussain. I'm really admired to listen to you. Thank you so much for giving us your perspective on the emotional well-being of the family and caregiver.